Hello students, welcome back to your math classes. How are you all? I hope you all are doing well. So students, I hope you revise your previous concept. Now we have a new concept which is properties of rational numbers. So in this concept, what we have to learn about? Properties of addition of rational numbers. It means that while we perform addition operation over the rational numbers, what we have to keep in our mind, these kind of properties. So first, in the previous class, we have learned the properties of addition of integers. The properties of addition of rational numbers are similar to those of integers. Okay, those properties we are applying for the integers additions. Similar we have to apply for the rational numbers as well. It means the first property we have closure property. Closure property means that when we have two rational numbers, okay, the sum of two rational numbers is always a rational number. If a by b and c by d are two rational numbers, it means a by b plus c by d is also a rational number. It means that while we perform addition operation over the two rational numbers, the result will remain same, a rational number. For example, 5 by 6 plus minus 4 by 19, end result is a rational number. Next one, thus collection of numbers is closed under addition. Okay. Next property we have commutative property, which means the sum of two rational numbers is the same even if the order of the additions is changed. For if a by b and c by d are two rational numbers, then a by b plus c by d is equal to c by d plus a by b. It means while you have two rational numbers, okay, and you have to perform the sign operation of addition. So if you change the order, first you add a by b plus c by d, it will remain same c by d plus a by b, as you have this formula here, or you can apply this formula over here as an example. So minus 3 by 2 plus 1 by 6, you will get minus 5 by 4. Now you can change the order, 1 by 4 plus minus 3 by 2, you have the same answer now as well. It means by changing the order of rational numbers, we don't change our numbers, the results, okay, the same answer we have. Now, thus addition of rational numbers is commutative. Now, associative property. The addition of rational numbers is associative if a by b, c by d and e by f are any three rational numbers, then a by b plus c by d plus e by f is equal to a by b plus c by d plus e by f. It means that if you change the grouping, in the first case we are group a by b and c by d. Okay, in the second one we group c by d and e by f. So by changing the group, we don't change our result, end product, we have the same end result. This property implies that three or more rational numbers can be added by grouping them in any manner. It doesn't mean that you have to keep the manner same. You can change your manner, your result will be same. So 1 by 5 plus 2 by 7 plus minus 1 by 2 is equal to minus 1 by 70. And if you change the group now, in this we have take the grouping of 1 by 5 and 2 by 7, and now we are group the 2 by 7 plus minus 1 by 2. So now we also have the same numbers. Now this verifies the associative property of addition of rational numbers. Now the fourth property is existence of additive identity. Additive identity, the sum of any rational number and 0 is the rational number itself. It means that if we have a rational number and we have to add it with 0, so the result will be the same rational number itself only. So if a by b is any rational number, then a by b plus 0 is equal to 0 plus a by b, which means a same rational number. 0 is called the identity element of addition. Consider the following sums. 9 by 13 plus 0 is 9 by 13. Okay? 8 minus 8 by 21 plus 0 is minus 8 by 21. This verifies the additive property of 0. Next, existence of additive inverse negative of a rational numbers. For every rational number a by b, there exists a rational number minus a by b, such that a by b plus minus a by b is equal to 0. We are already learned this concept in our previous exercise. What we have additive inverse, and we also said it multiplicative inverse. So we have a positive rational number, so the opposite of positive rational number is negative rational number, and when we applying addition process over there, so what we get the 0. Okay, so the rational numbers a by b and minus a by b are called additive inverse or negative number of each other. So for example, additive inverse of 3 by 10 is minus 3 by 10, as 3 by 10 plus minus 3 by 10, your result will be 0. Okay, so next, since अब आपको क्या करना है, you have to simplify this. So according to BODMAS rule, what we have to do, first we have to BOD B for bracket open, O and off, and D its division. So rearranging the given rational numbers so that the numbers with equal denominators are together, we get, so first we have to arrange the positive numbers, this, so minus 7 by 12 plus 11 by 12 plus 8 by 3 plus 1 by 3. To arrange the denominator, same, 2 and 2, 3 and 3. So minus 7 plus 11, because we have same denominator, so we can direct add it. So you will get 3, 4. Okay, now minus 4 by 2, and here we get plus 7 by 3 plus 2 by 3. Now we have to take the LCM for it. You can simply do here 2 ones are 2 and then 2. So 2 plus 7 by 3. If there is nothing, what we have to take 1 as denominator. So 1 and 3 LCM is 3, and if we multiply 1, which is our Q, with 3, so we have to multiply numerator, which is our P, with 3 as well. So 2 multiplied by 3 is 6, 7 is here, and same denominator. 6 plus 7 is 13 by 3. Here is the result. Okay, now the same process you are doing here, you have to repeat here as well. Now we have to understood about the properties of subtraction of rational numbers. The first one, properties of subtraction of rational numbers are similar to those of integers. So similarly, for addition properties, we have what we have to take, those properties which we are applying over the integers, the same property we are applying on rational numbers as well. And the concept for the subtraction of rational numbers properties, we have to repeat here as well the same. Okay, those properties for integers we have at the subtraction portion, the same we have at the rational numbers. The first one is closure property. The difference of two rational numbers is always a rational number. So if a by b and c by d are two rational numbers, then a by b minus c by d is the rational number. It means that closure property is applying over subtraction of rational numbers. If we subtract any two rational numbers, so we will get a rational number as the final answer. For example, minus 5 by 8 minus 9 by 8, the end result is minus 7 by 4. This verifies the closure property of subtraction of rational numbers. We say that rational numbers are closed under subtraction. Next, we have property of 0. If 0 is subtracted from any rational number, the result is the number itself. Example, if a by b is any number, any rational numbers, then a by b minus 0, the same rational number we will get. Okay, minus 6 by 1 by 6 minus 0 is 1 by 6. Minus 9 by 14 minus 0 is minus 9 by 14. Now, properties of multiplication of rational numbers. What we have to do here, it means that if, okay, the commutative property and the associative property do not hold for subtraction of rational numbers. A by b and c by d and ef are any three rational numbers. It means that we cannot get a same answer if we reorder the numbers and regroup the numbers. It means the commutative property and the associative property is not hold for the subtraction. Okay, next we have properties of multiplication of rational numbers. In the previous class, you have learned the properties of multiplication of integers. Properties of multiplication of rational numbers are similar to those of integers except for existence of reciprocals. So, the first we have closure property. Product of two rational numbers is always a rational number. So, a multiplied by b and c multiplied by d, you will get a rational number only. So, 5 multiplied by 2 is 10. 6 multiplied by 3 is 18. And while you simplify it, you will get minus 5 upon 9, which is a rational number. This verifies closure property of multiplication of rational numbers. We say that rational numbers are closed under multiplication. Next, we have commutative property, and you are going to get excited. The properties we are following for the addition process of rational numbers, you can simply say those properties are applied there, are applying here as well. So the property of the product of two rational numbers remains the same if the order of the rational numbers is changed. If a by b and c by d are two rational numbers, then the product of their by changing order, it remain same. Minus 8 by 45 and minus 8 by 45, while you multiplying 4 by minus 2 and 5 multiplied by 9. This verifies that multiplication of rational number is commutative. So, next we have associative property. Again, while we group the numbers, it will having any change. So, according to multiplication property over the rational numbers, it will remain same. The product of three rational numbers is the same even if the order of the grouping of the number is changed. So, a by b, c by d and e by f are the three rational numbers, and if we change the grouping of them, so the result will remain same. 7 multiplied by 7 by 3 multiplied by minus 2 by 5 multiplied by minus 1 by 5. Result is 14 by 75. 7 by 3 multiply. Now we group minus 2 by 5 and minus 1 by 5. The result will remain same for both the cases. Now, this verifies that multiplication of rational numbers is associative. Okay. Since multiplication of rational numbers is commutative and associative, product of three or more rational numbers can be written without using parenthesis, and the numbers can be rearranged to simplify calculation. These examples given at the end of this section, we will illustrate this. Okay, so we are doing more example related to this to get the deep depth of the concept. Okay, existence of multiplicative identity. The product of a rational number and 1 is the rational number itself. So, if a by b is a rational number, then a by b multiplied by 1, your result will remain same, the number itself, which is a by b. It is very simple. When you have to multiply any number with 1, your result will remain same. So, 8 by 13 multiplied by 1 is 8 by 13 is your end result. Okay. Now, multiplication by 0. If you multiply any number with 0, the result of your multiplication is, the product of it is 0 only. So, every rational number when multiplied with 0 gives 0. So, if a by b is a rational number, then a by b multiply 0 is equal to 0 multiplied by a by b is equal to 0. Okay. Now, distributive property. Distributive property means if you have two numbers in the bracket, the multiplication of rational numbers is distributed over their addition. It means if you have two numbers in the bracket and the number outside the bracket, if you multiply these numbers outside the bracket, first the first one and multiply the second number and then add their result like this. So, your result will remain. It's totally up to you. If you want to get first add the bracket numbers first and then multiply with the outside rational number, and you can do simply, you can separately multiply an outside number with the interior in the bracket. So, a by b multiplied by c by d, a by b multiplied by e by f, and then add their product, your result will remain same. Okay. So, 4 by 5 multiply minus 3 by 2 plus 7 by 3. So, first what you do, you add this. So, you will get minus 9, which is 5 by 6. So, 4 by 5 multiply 5 by 6, your result will 2 by 3. The same process here, you first multiply 4 by 5 with 3 minus 3 by 2, then 4 by 5 multiply by 7 by 3. Both the results 1, 2. Okay, so 2 by 5 multiply by minus 3. So, the result of both of them, the product of both of them, you can add further and your result will same. There is a correction. While you simplify it, you will get 2 by 3. With that, your answer will remain same. Okay. Now, existence of reciprocal or multiplicative inverse of a known zero rational number. For every known zero rational number a by b, there exists a rational number b by a such that a by b multiplied by b by a is equal to b by a multiplied by a by b is equal to 1. The rational number b by a is called the multiplicative inverse or reciprocal of a by b. We already understood this concept while we performing the operation of division. Okay, so and is denoted by a by b raised to the power minus 1. From the above product, you can also infer that reciprocal of b by a is a by b. So for example, 2 by 9 multiplied by 9 by 2. So the reciprocal of the second rational number is 9 by 2, 2 by 9. So 9, 9, 2, 2. Your end result is 1 here only. Okay. Now minus 8 by 5 multiplied by 5 by minus 8. It means while you solving it, you will get minus 1, and while you reciprocal it, you will get the same result because 5 is cancelled out with 5 and minus 8 is cancelled out with minus 8. Your end result is only 1. Can you find a rational number which is its own reciprocal? So you may know that 1 and minus 1 are the only rational numbers which are their own reciprocals, because while we have 1, so what we understood that there is denominator of 1. So the reciprocal of 1 by 1 will remain same now, 1 by 1. Okay. So the second one we have, find the product of minus 3 by 4 multiply 5 by 14 multiply by minus 8 by 9. So you can group it. Okay, first you group these two numbers together or these two numbers together and identify your product. Okay, there is 1, 2, 3, 1. So 2 5s are 10 and 14 3s are. So 2 5s are 10. So यहाँ पे you will get 1, 7. So 5 by 21 is your end result. Okay. In same way you have to solve this question also. Find the multiplicative inverse of. So minus 7 by multiplicative inverse is 18 by minus 7. It means reciprocal of it. Now properties of division of rational numbers. So if rational number is divided by a known zero rational number, the quotient is a rational number. If a by b and c by d are two rational numbers such that c by d is not equal to 0, a by b divided by c by d is a rational number. It means, so property of division, closure properties apply here. If you have two rational numbers and operate the operation of division over there, so we'll get the end result here as a rational number. Okay, so we say that the rational numbers are not closed under division because division by 0 is not defined. But what you have to do, if you divide it with 0, because we are what we say known zero rational number, it should be a known zero rational number. If we have a zero number, it means we have the, so now we have this minus 5 by 8 which is a rational number. Division by 1 and minus 1, if a by b is a rational number, then a by b divided by 1 and a by b divided by minus 1 is the result of minus a by b. Okay. Commutative property and associative property do not hold for division of rational numbers. For example, minus 2 by 5 divided by 1 by 3 is equal to minus 2 by 5 multi. The reciprocal of 1 by 3 is 3. So your end result is minus 6 by 5. Okay. So while you applying commutative property and associative property over the division operation, so what you see, okay, you have different answer. It means these two properties not hold for division operation over the rational numbers. Now we have exercise 1.2. So for each of the following pairs of rational numbers, verify the commutative property of addition and the commutative property of multiplication. So what we have to find out, the commutative property of multiplication and addition. So minus 2 by 5, if we multiply it, so minus 2 by 1, minus 2 by 5 multiplied by 1 by 4 is minus 2 by 20. If we applying this property over the multiplication, it means it applied for the addition as well. So both the properties are applying over there. Now you have to solve rest of the question like this. Now verify the associative property of addition and the associative property of multiplication for the following rational numbers. So which property? Associative property, in which we have to make a group of the numbers. Again, for addition and multiplication. Now I group these two numbers and then this is for the addition 2, 3, 4. So what we have to do, first we have to take the LCM of 2, 3 and 4. Two, 1, 3, 2, 2, 1, 3, 1, then 3. 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12. So the LCM is 12. Now minus 6 plus 4 minus 9. To convert our denominator as 12, we have to multiply 2 with 6. If I multiply 2 with 6, so same I have to do for the numerator as well. Minus 6 multiplied by minus 1 multiplied by 6 is minus 6. 2 by 3, in 3's table 12 get at the position or at the place of 4. So 2 multiplied by 4 is 8. Okay, next we have 4. In 4's table we get 12 at the place of 3. So 3 multiplied by 3 is 9. So minus is minus 15, 8. Your end result is 7 by 12. Minus 7 by 12. Okay. Now if you obviously if you change the group, if we change the group for the multiplication, now we have the same property. 3 by 4, 12 is the LCM. 8 minus 9, and you will get minus 1 by 12, multiply 8 minus 1 by 2, you will get 1 by 24. If I change the group, these two, 6, and here we get minus 3, here we get 4. Minus 3 and 4 minus plus 1 by 6, multiply it, 3 by 4 minus 3 by 4. Your result is minus 3 by 24. It means in this case now the associative property is not apply. Okay, and you can simply say up second wale you have to check for the second one. Is there while applying your associative property you will get the result same or not. Okay. So what we find here, for the first question, the associative property of multiplication is not applied over there. Next we have write the additive inverse of each of the following. This is a positive one. The additive inverse is minus 2 by 9. Plus karoge, then it will cancel out. Your result will be 0. Rearranging the suitably, simplify each of the following. 2 by 5, 3 by 4, 4 by 5, plus minus 7 by 8. So it will be solved in that way. Minus 2 by 5 plus 4 by 5 plus 3 by 4 plus minus 7 by 8. So first we simplify this and then we simplify this. Minus 2 plus 4, 2 by 5 plus the LCM of 4 and 8 is 8. Then 6 minus 7, result will be minus 1 by 8. So 2 by 5 minus 1 by 8 LCM of 5 and 8 is 40. 5, 8, 40. So 2 8 is 16. 8, 5, so minus 5. Your result will be 11 by 40. Okay, this is your end result for this one. 11 by 40. Next we have name the property of multiplication of rational numbers illustrated by the following statement. So what we do here, we change the group, we reorder, we change the order na. Minus 11 by 18 multiply by 3 by 5, 3 by 5 multiply by minus 11 by 18. So this is an example of commutative property. This is multiplicative inverse. Minus 7 by 4 multiply by 6 by 5 multiply minus 8 by 13. So you what you do, you are regroup the numbers, change the group. So it is a associative property. Next we have write the multiplicative inverse of each of the following. So 4 by 15 multiplicative inverse is 15 by 4 and your end result is 1. Now using appropriate properties to find which property should be applied here. So we have to apply here associative property. We group these two numbers, make a pair of it. So 5 8s are 40. So minus 40. 4 5s are 20. Plus 3 5s are 15 and 10 4s are 40. Now what we have to do, we have to apply the addition operation here. 20 and 40. LCM is 40. To get 40, we have to multiply 20 with 2. So answer will for denominator is minus 80 and 40 is the denominator, same. Your answer is 20, 60, 65 minus upon 40 is your end result. So which property you are using here? You are using here associative property, where we have to first group two numbers, two rational numbers, and then apply the associative यानी कि addition process. Now the reciprocal of 1 is 1. Dash has no reciprocal. Which one has no reciprocal? This is your task. Okay, I already explained you in a previous concept. So you have to go there, concentrate over there, and then write the answer here. If multiplicative inverse of x is y, then multiplicative inverse of y is x. Next, a non-zero rational number divided by itself gives what give? If a non-zero rational number divide itself, so what will you find? You have to give answer here. Next, the difference of two rational numbers is always a rational number. Okay. And the next question is for you. Rational numbers are not close under. In which property rational numbers are not close under? So you have to tell here. So this is the end of your exercise, which is 1.2. I hope students, you get this exercise very clear. If you have any doubt, just go through the concept one more time and get back to your exercise. For today, that's it. Now I'll meet you in your next exercise with a new concept. Till that, keep practicing. Bye bye. Have a good day.